urbanization process in India. Urbanization process in India was mainly started after independence. It was due to adoption of mixed system of economy by the development of private sector. Urbanization is taking place faster in India. According to 91 census, the population of urban area was only 11.4%. This count increased to 28.53% in 2001. In 2011, it crossed 30% and it is 31.16% today. According to the survey conducted by the United States of America, the country's urban population will be 40.76% in 2030. As the World Bank population survey indicates that the urban population of India will be more than China, Indonesia, Nigeria and United States of America by 2050. It will be top nation in the world at the age of 2050. Pre-modern India. The first appearance of cities and urban development in India was emerged in 2600 BC. The location for this emergence was Indus Valley civilization. In this age, there was unique city grid plan and layout sophisticated and superior development took place. Good sanitation, safe drinking water, supply and sewage system were adopted in this period. The trading was started and helped the development of cities in this age. Central Asia, Middle East Asian countries, and they had very good contact with India in that period. Unique system of weight, measures, script, religion or flourished craft industry in this period. The decline of Indus Valley civilization due to climatic change and drought led to migration towards the northern India in the advent of the Iron Age. It was better known for the Vedic civilization. The epic of Mahabharata of this time describes the city of Indraprastha, which stood at the present location of Delhi and served as the capital of Pandavas. After this period, many powerful cities, kingdoms and republic came up, and they were called 16 Mahajanapads. Kashi, Magadha, Avanti, Pataliputra, Ujjaini are some of the cities popularly known. In later period for 399 BCE, famous Mauryan Empire came to power in India. Let us see the transition period. In the transition period, which was started after independence, India faced many problems like poverty, unemployment, economic backwardness. The first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, focused very much on science and technology for the economic development. He was always very much interested for the development of India on the base of industrialization. Modern India. Gradually after independence, the agriculture sector was declined and gave rise to secondary activities. Many cities became bigger in all functions. Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi and Chennai became the metropolitan centers with all urban amenities. Due to the technological development, industries flourished and people's standard of living was raised. Due to public sector, public transport, road, water supply, electricity and many other infrastructures were developed fastly. In 1991, Maharashtra, in 2001 Tamil Nadu and in 2011 Kerala became highly urbanized. So in South India, Maharashtra, Kerala were in the top for the urban structure. The main cause for Indian urbanization is due to the following reasons. As a result of Second World War, the government was expanded and many services activities were started. After partition of India in 1947, there was huge migration of population from Pakistan. In England, the Industrial Revolution broke out. It means England has started many industries, especially the textile industries. For that purpose, the demand for the raw materials like raw cotton, jute was very high. So such raw materials were imported from India and Pakistan to England. After Indian independence, especially the 11th 5-year plan aimed at urbanization for economic development of India. The economic development was the one reason for people to move from villages to cities. Many infrastructural facilities were developed in cities. After 1990, the growth of private sector was also responsible for the development of urban structure. Three main causes of the urbanization in Leeds since 1950 are: first one is rural to urban migration is happening on massive scale due to population pressure and lack of resources in rural areas. People began to move towards the urban centers. The second one is people living in rural areas are pulled to the city. It means there was a more attraction from the cities to the villages. Often they believe that the standard of living in urban areas will be much more better than villages and rural areas. They are usually wrong. People also hope for well paid jobs, the greater opportunities to find a casual work, health care and education. The third important point is that natural increase caused by decreases in death rates while birth rate remains high. What is the effect of urbanization, especially traffic problem? We know that after independence, the car ownership and commuting means in increase in congestion and pollution started because of the urbanization process. Everyone started to purchase car. Today also we have great problem of parking. So it was one of the important traffic problem after the urbanization process. So decline of industries. As older manufacturing industries have closed, they have left empty, migrated towards the center of the city. Modern industries need more space. So many old industries started to migrate from central land to the urban periphery. It was tend to locate on the edge of the city. High employment in inner city areas leads to social problems. Changes in shopping also have caused problems. Shopping structure. Once upon a time the shopping is very limited to limited commodities. The city center locations no longer favored. It means almost all goods and services were sold in the heart of the city. So gradually the heart of the city center or the city center it was no longer favored for the business. There has been a recent growth in out of the town. It means the people are going out of the city to start their business. Lead to the decline of many CBDs. CBDs means central business districts. Those central business districts lost their importance in the business. Let us come to measures avoiding them. What are the salvations? What are the how to eradicate the problems of the cities? Counter urbanization in the movement of people out of city to the surrounding areas. It means counter urbanization means the people began to start their urban activity in the outskirts or in the periphery of the city. There are four main reasons for counter-urbanization. Counter-urbanization means urbanization started migrating from the city center towards urban periphery. That is called counter-urbanization. The increase in car ownership over the last 40 years means people are more mobile. It means people are moving from one place to other place. People also began to work from home also due to the growth of information technology. The second one is urban areas are becoming increasingly unpleasant place to live. It means people are not ready to live in the middle place or in the center of the cities because there is a congestion, there is a pollution, crime, prostitution, sound pollution. So many problems are there. Third one is more people tend to live when they are retired. If they are government employees, either state government, central government, they wanted to live happily in the outskirts of the cities. The fourth one is new business park on the edge of the cities mean people no longer have to travel to the city center. People now prefer to live on the outskirts of the city to be near where they work. The process of urbanization relates to concentration of people engaged in agricultural occupations and non-agricultural land use. Urbanization thus involves migration of population is common from rural to urban areas. Occupation shift from agriculture to non-agriculture sector. There is a land use shift also from agriculture to non-agricultural. So, shift is a very common phenomenon from rural area to urban areas. It means it is one of the important measuring rod how the people began to move from rural area to urban area. While population shift implies physical shift of population from rural to urban, occupational and land use shifts can take place in situation without change in residence. So, here the shift is a very important word. Shift means every aspect is shifting from one place to other place. These shifts are associated with economic growth and they are not always coterminous. They are accompanied by rise in economic improvement in standard of living, change in lifestyle. So, there is chain of shifts. So, one shift is depending on another shift. So, all the shifts which are there in the city, they have interlinkages. The process of urbanization can be subdivided into from sub-processes such as suburbanization, metropolitanization, urban commercialization and rural urbanization. These are the four important facts about the urbanization. It refers to the urban conditions towards the countryside. So, countryside is a village side or it is a rural side. So, gradually the urban hub moves towards the countryside. It means it is going towards the rural agriculture land and it means towards villages. It is the village land is converted into industrial and residential areas. Almost all we know that around Mysore, around Bangalore, around Mumbai, Chennai, there are around so many city centers, we have many suburbanization. So, those are all because of the stress and pressure on the urban core, the suburbanization took place. The land will be cheaper to attract the people of metropolitan area. But in some areas there is haphazard and unplanned development with less amenities. But gradually all the facilities and quick transport system increase the connectivity between urban and rural countryside. Mostly this area is devoid of the urban amenities such as piped water supply and sewage. But because they are outside the orbit of the municipal taxes and regulation, They act as an incentive for the new and illegal housing construction. In the fringes of the Bangalore, Mysore, in and Hubli, we can actually see this type of suburbanization. So, suburbanization, it means the urbanization which found in the fringe of the city is not systematic, it is facing many problems. Planners often take extremely dogmatic positions regarding the sustainable transportation. One of the myths that planners have treated is that public transport is not possible unless the density of land use is very high. So, it is not possible to provide good public transportation facility to suburbs of every city. Even the management of public transportation is very bad. The city like Chennai is having worst transportation system, but Mumbai is currently undergoing historic but unnoticed change that might possible to alter its urban structure beyond anyone's imagination. Totally, in all cities of India, suburbanization is facing many problems like transport, housing, water, electricity, etc. Metropolis is a distinct form of settlement. Gradually, these super cities grow toward the surrounding villages and small towns. Industries and tertiary activities are the base for the most of the metropolitan cities. The metropolis is the best tertiary activity in the core or downtown area. Almost all metropolis have fast high order communication network. Metropolitanization started before independence. Now it is in the top position. There is remarkable growth in urbanization. Today 70% of people are urbanized and they live in these cities. Political and economic forces in the country supporting for their migration in the form of countryside. Once the migration take place, the rural people automatically changes in their lifestyle. It is sprawling built up area and these are purely depending on nearby the villages and even towns. These cities have certain critical size. The metropolis is best optimized in the tertiary core characterized by the large scale consumption and large quantum of flows of people, of goods and services and information. The high degree of nodality of metropolis is best reflected in the high order communication network. Metropolitanization is essentially a product of the centralization of administrative, political, economic forces in the country at the national and state capitals. It is a process between cities and urban economic development. In the country, it entirely depends on the rural flea. Even people also move from towns and cities. Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai and Hyderabad are metropolitan cities of India, crossing 1 million population in 1951 to 2001. The metropolitan cities increased to 35 today. It refers to the growth of industrial cities as per the national economic policy. The industrial cities like Rourkela, Bhilai are grown up with local resources to national level. Urban commercialization is associated with intermediate size of the cities. These cities are specialized in the collection and distribution of surplus goods and retail trade centers. It leads to the development of infrastructure in market, transport and communication facilities. Due to Green Revolution, many new market cities were developed for collection and distribution of surplus produce. Due to modern warehousing, crop insurance and communication facilities, market cities grown up well. Agro based industries attracted farmers from countryside to cities. Farmers increased their income and developed their productive links with the market towns. In the economic sector, production, processing and distribution get better integrated. If the steel city of Bhilai, located in the background of Chota Nagpur plateau, reflects a nuclear economy, the market city of Vijayawada, located in the apex of proper in Krishna Delta on the east coast of plain of India, reflects the integration of urban-rural economy. Here the people are not cosmopolitan, they are typically middle class. They have largely found employment in government offices. It refers to urbanization of the countryside through the growth of small towns and large central villages to serve their rural hinterland. In turn of economic structure, these settlements are more rural than urban. Most of the rural settlements are not linked to the urban system through the transport network. In developed countries, the urbanization tend to get integrated with the metropolitan system, but in India they are independent. It is difficult to compartmentalize the different processes, patterns and attributes due to the changing development patterns. It is due to planning and policy interventions. There is a telescopic or overlapping of functions both vertical and in the level of specialization and horizontally or spatially. India's rural areas are showing surpassing amount of promise. Here GDP growth is 5.5% this year. Rural districts in North India enjoyed the higher economic output than cities. While economic engines, the rising wealth of rural India is significant development that underscores how these once sleepy economic areas are rapidly urbanizing. The nation-wide improvement in rural GDP is being driven by rapid strides in the rural road program, cell phone and penetration and rural electrification. Rural villages are becoming towns. 75% of Indian new industries are started in villages in last decade. The famous converted into laborers of manufacturing units. Higher level of vehicle ownership is found in rural areas. Overall, India's rural urbanization is good things for business than cities. Due to rapid rise of urbanization in India caused manifold problems, slum development, decrease in standard of living and environment damage. It is universally recognized that the progress of man depends upon the social planning and environment. When man was living in villages, his food and living style were quite different. They were adjusted to their surrounding condition. Modern urbanized life has produced a new environment, creating a new problem of position. Urbanization has brought many problems in big cities, where there is more advancement and technically and industrially. Congestion and many social and economic problems arose. Due to over-urbanization, the great problem appeared the slums. Due to fast industrialization, modern sites have growing haphazard and unplanned manner. People start moving from rural areas to urban areas in seeking employment, lead to over-urbanization. Due to overcrowd in towns and cities, footpath, slum and many other problems are common. Being devoid of a hygienic and sanitary consideration, they breed all kinds of epidemics by dubious means: beggars, thieves, pickpocketers, prostitutes, chronic drunkards, vagabonds, gamblers and drug peddlers and like came to live in slums. Urbanization has created another vital problem, that pollution due to the industrial development in cities, the invention, preparation and experiments of nuclear weapons, agriculture and industries, the carbon and smoke emitted by chimneys and motor crisis and chimney waste and poisonous exhaust caused high pollution in problem in the cities. The most effective way to tackle the problem of urbanization is to make the economy of the villages and small cities fully viable. If the government undertakes a massive rural development programs, surplus rural manpower should be absorbed in the villages themselves, slums should be cleaned and make cities beautiful to live, good houses should be built for poor class. All the civic amenities should be provided to solve basic problems. No new industry should be started in villages. The existing industry should be decentralized and shifted to smaller centers. It is within the power of man to create a healthy environment for the human race. What is needed is a readjustment of social and normal values.